305. Yes, we live. The Fam 305. Take a ride. The Fam 305. Yes, all night. The Fam 305. Let's get right. The Fam 305. Sit back and take a ride. The Fam 305. Let Guru pick your mind. The Fam 305. Mama G ready all the time. The Fam 305. K-Dub sniping on the right. The Fam 305. Dre talking ish all night. The Fam 305. Like, share, and subscribe. The Fam 305. The Fam 305. The Fam 305. Like, share, and subscribe. Hey, no pa tanto. No pa tanto. Hey, no pa tanto. Hey, no pa tanto. No pa tanto. No pa tanto. No pa tanto.
There you go.
All right, y'all. Here's your host for tonight for the Fam 305 podcast.
Yeah, that's horrible when people don't come. That's the worst. No pa tanto.
WWF,
Which one should I do?
when Dixie, Walmart, Killers.
Speaking of Walmart, what's going on? It's the Fam 205 with Rec Room Podcast. We got a special episode, obviously our monthly episode. Seems like we're recording only month to month. We got a special guest, Patriot, to my right.
What's going on?
Now you see him in the flesh. Up to now, those that are watching the clips, you might see a video of him in the future. This is what he looks like. The reason why we call him a Patriot, now you know why. He's got long hair.
I
Looks like
remember I got thrown off.
Who's the other guy in that movie with the long
Heath
hair?
Ledger.
Heath Ledger.
So you're the one who started.
Right, and I did because I have to name people. So welcome, and I also got Dre, of course, one of the original members of the fam. What's up, man?
Yo, what up, man? Happy Saturday.
How you doing?
Oh, no, that's Sunday.
Yeah.
Happy Super Bowl Sunday.
It's Sunday now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Super Bowl
It's
Sunday.
Super Bowl Sunday.
Yeah, two teams we don't care about.
All right.
Stores been busy.
Stores been very busy. You miss working in the stores during these holidays, Dre?
Oh, hell no. Shit. I know
You don't
tomorrow
miss,
is going to be crazy.
Well, early, and then it's going to kind of taper off.
Oh, I'm off tomorrow.
You're off?
Oh,
yeah, I'm off too.
Enjoy that.
Hell yeah, we're going to be down south.
Yeah, I'm already cooking. I'm cooking shit right now.
Yeah?
So I don't have to cook.
Show us what you got real quick. I know you showed me off air, but show the fam, show the audience what you're cooking for tomorrow.
All right. Hold on a second.
With his lagging video. What do you got? Dollop? 2400 baud?
Nah, I took it off the. Where the hell is this shit at?
Are you running that
Oh,
Metro
I'm
PCS
reconnected.
video plan? He's all free. He's reconnecting. Reconnecting. All right. Well, we'll see if he jumps back in. Yeah. Let's see. Nice. Okay. All right. You're back. Oh, look at now. You look clear. Now we can see your wrinkly eyes. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. Damn.
Wow.
Damn. What is that now, Jay? Is that a pork shoulder?
It's 2 pork shoulders.
God damn. That's a lot of pork.
Yeah.
Too bad I ain't Muslim.
That's what she said.
Tear that up. Very unclean.
Why
All
my
right.
shit
Well, I can't
don't?
wait to eat that tomorrow.
Yeah. Why won't shit? I'm trying to turn the camera around, but it can't do it anymore. And I got some wings right here.
Oh, chicken wings. Yeah.
Gotta have spicy.
Yes. The wife's doing she's doing sliders.
Nice.
Pizza sliders though. When you have them, you will not have one. You will have to at least have 2.
Sounds good.
It is so fucking good. So good. All right. Speaking of, let's get into some supermarket talk, and then we're gonna talk to Patriot about his love life, because there's not one thing. This guy, I just, it's amazing. The shit he tells me, Dre. Wait until you hear this. And I love to have Dre in on this because he can tell you some
Mm,
stuff too. All right.
yeah.
So the store, you know, I work in the dairy department. Patriot here has worked in dairy among other departments,
Yeah, I'm kind
and
of an everything guy.
yeah, he's like a jack of all trades. So,
Mm-hmm.
you know, there's one thing that we have to do in these sub departments, which is like credits. So you know about this, Dre. You know,
Oh
like
yeah.
damages you gotta put away and throw out, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Right. So we had a situation a couple weeks ago where I guess credits were done, but there was a problem. So one of the guys that was doing the credits wrote a
Oh
note
my god!
on the
And it
board on the
bounced me
door
tire.
said, if there's spilled milk, I'm not doing credits anymore.
Yeah, leaky milk.
Leaky milk, like milk that's leaking. He said, I'm not
We
doing
have
credits anymore.
like a giant bin though. Like it's like a
Eddie,
tall
it
bin.
Like a
does.
big tub.
It
And
does.
that particular
I'm
night, it had
frustrated.
about
It's
5
going a
gallons of
little
milk
bit
in it,
too
all
fast. You
emptied
know what I
into
mean?
the bin,
That's a lot of
soaking
milk.
all the damages.
Yeah, it was like marinating fucking
Oh
credits.
Lord, have mercy.
Gross.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
I mean, a lot of the counts are probably off because he took that away.
Yeah, he's like, I'm not gonna
We
fucking do
tried to
this.
scan it, and we could scan it, so he
Right,
took
right.
some of it.
Right. So if that happened to you, like, what would you do? Would you try to scan him? Or you just like chuck it like what he did, or would you like just write a fucking Dear John letter to the dairy department and say don't fucking do this anymore? What would you do, Dre?
That's a tough one, man. Because shit, I try to talk to the people who do it. I'll be like, yo, man, don't do that.
Yeah.
Or let's do it a different way.
Yeah.
You know. But
Yeah,
damn, that's kind
he
of
only
fucked up.
works at 6. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah.
So he left a note just
Yeah.
saying don't do it anymore. And then the guy who read the note went around making fun of him to everybody.
Yeah. It became like a big ass issue. Like everybody knew about it.
No, I made it an issue.
You made so
Yeah.
Patriot flammed
What happened is
the flames.
he went around making fun of him for the note, and I agreed with the note, so I wrote on the note also.
Do better. Is that what you?
I 100% agree. Do better
Do better.
on the note.
Be better.
Yeah. That's when he went around talking to everybody about it.
Oh Lord.
I had 4 different managers come up and talk to me about the note, and then say that they agreed with me on what it said.
Now, here's my whole thing about this. I agree with him because I heard the story. But like now, assuming that we didn't do it, like I'm in dairy or the other guys that are involved, we got cashiers. Like today, for example, tonight, what did I find in the fucking in the container? Ice cream.
Yeah.
So if I didn't take that out by tomorrow morning, that shit would be leaking all over the place.
Yeah,
and
see,
that's
the
a
difference
problem.
between you and the people he was complaining about in the note
Yeah.
is they don't take
They
it
don't.
out. They just
Yeah.
leave it in there knowing the closer has to do it.
Yeah.
See, you did the right thing.
Yeah,
if they
took
would
it.
have just picked up
Picked it
milk
up,
and
dumped
emptied
it.
that shit out,
It
you would
wouldn't
have
have been a
never
problem.
complained.
Yeah.
But that's
So-
what makes it so funny is that he went to so many managers and complained that they
It
said,
became
okay, the new rule is everyone has to scan their damages out before they go. So that backfired on him so hilariously.
Yeah, I know, because now they got to do it before they go.
Yeah, so now they're doing damages out, which is
They
way
should.
better. Yeah, that's how
They
the public. Shit.
Oh, edit. Now, did we say we meant Walmart?
Walmart.
Who shops at Publix? Fuck Publix.
Who's
Publix?
But the store's way of doing it is you're supposed to do your own before you leave, so it tracks.
Yeah.
That's why a previous employee that he was complaining about, Sam, because they don't work there anymore.
Yeah.
He kept saying, "Why am I doing all the damages? This doesn't make sense."
Oh, is that one of the reasons why him and
yeah, they used
we'll
to
call
butt
him
heads.
we'll call him the other Philly,
The dairy fairy.
the other Philly, Philly guy. Because they hate each other.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
We
But
can talk about that for another
Sam,
episode, but we got a lot of
Sam
stuff to get to.
Sam's issue was he complained about everything instead of
Everything.
the important things.
Yeah, Sam Miami was a hot mess, but
Yeah.
we'll get to that. So yeah, and like today, I'll tell you real quick. I'm doing credits and I'm doing eggs, and obviously the eggs is an issue right now because there's like issues with pricing and just having eggs in general. I'm doing credits, and there's fucking egg yolk everywhere. As I'm grabbing every single box of eggs, there's fucking yolk everywhere, and I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna write a note. If there's egg yolk in the cake, I'm not doing eggs. just to like make levity, but I'm not gonna do that because I'm not that kind of guy.
Speaking of, I've been waiting for the dairy person to complain to me about it because I want to be like, there's other things I could tell you to do better too if you really want to get into it. For example, I have 3 pictures now of the last 3 times I did dairy. And I haven't told them this, but I have pictures each time I did it because the eggs weren't stacked on the crates; they were stacked on the eggs. like they weren't put. You know how they stack with teeth? If the teeth are lined up, they stack. And if they go, they weren't in. They were sitting on the
I
eggs.
know about that.
And
Wow.
the eggs underneath were damaged. So I'm like, oh, I wonder why we
Oh,
have a
that
million damaged
Egg
eggs all the
damage.
time. Maybe
it's
you guys
going. You
learned to
going
stack
carton to carton, carton to carton.
Do
Yeah.
better. Do better.
But I've
Do
kept
better.
it.
Wow.
I usually don't say anything about my complaints to him until he starts complaining about someone else, and then I let them know.
Then you go off.
Oh, lazy ass fucking dairyman.
But yeah, you know, like dairy's not an easy section. I mean, you could attest, Patriot.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of shit to do, and then you got to deal with the problem with credits and
Yeah, of the three departments, dairy, frozen, and grocery, dairy's the hardest.
dairy, and that's why
You do the
can't
most
just
work.
have anyone in there. Yeah.
You do the most work in dairy.
And you got to stay busy. Because if you fall behind and fuck around, it'll catch up on you. Especially if you're not experienced, you can't.
That's
you
what
really
I'm
got to stay on top of things.
Here's the thing. I know that they're taking a lot of shortcuts in there because of the amount of damages.
Mm-hmm.
When Matt and I used to run dairy, we had less than one full bin from the whole day. And they always have an overflowing bin and then a cart and a thing and this and that full of stuff.
Yep.
The amount of damages that went over when he was switched into there is insane because he almost never rotates. They also don't do things like fill from the doors on the other side because he doesn't like being cold. He doesn't want to do it.
Yeah, I don't like filming from the doors, honestly, but that's just because there's so much shit in the way, and it's just like, you know what?
Man, fill from the doors, bro. What the hell is wrong with you?
I don't, you know, it's just a lot because back in the day when like Matt had it and you had it or you helped,
we had a good system.
We had a system in place, and then we had areas where you could do that because shit was labeled, and you had we had another rack.
Yeah,
but now that shit's
stickers
gone.
there that said what it was.
Right, because you open those doors, man. It's like okay, then you're trying to look and
you can't open those doors.
No.
They have them packed against the door.
We have them against the door.
I tried to open it one time to look for something, and something fell out, and I caught it, and I was like, all right, I'm not going to bother this no more.
Yeah. Whenever I open the door, like if I go the middle doors, like we were talking about, I always get my hand ready with the other hand. As I'm opening them slowly, I'm waiting for shit to fly out. Yeah. Just because it's so jammed, we jam it up. You know? So Super Bowl, you know, those that work in retail, I call this the last big holiday of the holidays because of the big, obviously you got Thanksgiving, you got Christmas, New Year's,
Easter,
but Easter, but this is the biggest of other than those, and then Easter, but not really for dairy. I know maybe some other departments but for dairy, eggs. I don't know about you. Eggs, yeah.
The amount of eggs we sell during Easter, you crazy?
Yeah. Well, I know. I ran out of eggs one year because I cut my order short, so I did learn my lesson. But yeah. But no, I just saying this holiday is pretty crazy. Overall, the store it was crazy today.
Oh, today was nuts. I do not envy them tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow's gonna be nuts early on, and then it's gonna die, just like every holiday. You know.
What time does the Super Bowl start?
6:19, 6:21. Who knows? It's a little after 6 because they have all the pomp and circumstance. And
so around 4:30 it'll go down a chunk, and then at 6 it'll be gone.
It'd be nobody in here. Yeah. So the people that aren't into sports, they would not mind be working tomorrow. I know people that are I don't care. I'm closing or I'm working.
After 4 o'clock is gonna be buying 10 items or less.
Mm-hmm. Are people gonna be rushing in and out? Yep.
Beer, ice. Oh God.
Yep.
God, there better be a frozen person in the morning. Just to fill ice.
Yeah, they're gonna need ice. Somebody. And that can be you. That can be me.
You know, last year we had 2 frozen people.
Unbelievable! Wow, look at that. Look how times have changed, huh?
Crazy.
Any customer issues that have come up, Jay? Oh shit, Patriot. Did I say? Patriot? Any
At least you said
any
first
issues?
Letter.
I just said the letter, right?
Yeah.
Any customer, anything memorable since the last time we've been up? Anything that you kind of because people love the customer stories. I think our best episode has to do with crazy customer stories.
Hit on by a customer.
Oh, here we go. Look, tie-in. Now we're gonna.
She's a pretty crazy customer too. She's like
how
80.
old is she now?
80.
Oh my! I don't know, man. You want to tell the story? Get hit on by an 80-year-old?
I mean, I didn't hit on her back.
Okay, but you took the brunt of the hitting.
Yes, it's one of our regulars, and I know she's got money, which makes me like.
Well, hey, hey, listen, it's each their own.
Because Steven Tyler's dog had puppies, and she bought one of the puppies.
Wait, Steven Tyler of Aerosmith?
Correct.
So, where does he live? Around here?
No.
So how the fuck was she
She flew the dog here.
So the dog had, what kind of dog is it? Did you get it, the kind?
I'm not good at that.
Okay. Was it a small dog, big
Yeah,
dog?
medium, small, bigger on the smaller spectrum.
Did you see the dog?
Yeah,
Like a
she
picture
brought
of
it in.
Okay.
And
So,
she has the little thing
but how does she
verifying
know?
that it's Tyler.
But how does she
He
know
has
them?
a picture with the dog, the
With
puppy,
him?
and then sent her the puppy.
But like, how
And
does
she
she
has, like,
know
a-
Steven Tyler?
There's like a, I don't know, but I
That'd
think
be
her
my
brother.
first question.
But she has like a certificate of authenticity for the puppy.
Like, this is Steven Tyler's dog, or this is
Basically.
the dog?
And she had the picture of Steven Tyler with
Holding
the
the dog.
dog. Yeah.
And you saw the picture?
Yeah, she brought it all
Holy
in.
shit! And she's 80 years old.
Yeah, I don't know, but
Probably
she
her mother.
looks
It's probably the mother.
She's
or the
very,
fucking
very
sister.
hunched over. Because it was when I was in Frozen.
And she's in here all the time.
Oh yeah,
You gotta point her out to me.
I will.
Start singing. Gonna close my eyes when
It's
I go
been-
to sleep.
It's,
Start singing Aerosmith songs around her.
I mean, it's been about 4 years since I was Frozen. That's when I first met her, and she showed me all this.
Okay, so you know her.
Correct.
Okay, so she came up. You came up to her. Or she came up to you.
She came up to me, asked me for something, and then she was like, "Oh, your hair's getting so long," and I was like, "Actually," because I had it in a bun. I was like, "Actually, I just cut it off like 3 inches of it," and she was like, "Oh, well, in the bun you can't really tell," and I was like, "Yeah, I know."
That's why I got it in the
And
butt.
she said, "Well, either way, you look really hot."
She said just like that,
Yeah,
like old lady, 80-year-old speak.
yeah,
And then what did you say back? Like thanks.
yeah. I said, "Oh,
Thank you.
thanks, yeah." But that's when I was like, I know she got Steven Tyler dog. That had to cost money.
Now, what was this the same
Like-
conversation?
No.
Oh, so this
This
was
is literally
another time.
4 years later.
Oh, so when you first
She's been
talked to
shopping
her,
here
so
forever.
so that Steven Tyler, this is an old story. This happened years ago.
That happened years
So
ago.
running into her recently, this is when she hit on you.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And she hasn't hit on me. I mean, she said a couple remarks about me being sweet and stuff like that before and talked to me.
Did she put her hand on you like anywhere, like
Sometimes,
on your shoulder?
yeah, she gives me the
Okay,
shoulder
when
touch.
and a lot of old people do that.
Yeah.
A lot of older people do that, and I noticed that. But when they tell you you're hot,
Yeah, that one was new.
That's kind of like okay. All right, well, let's see the next time she may ask you to. Hey, you want to go out and get
Also-
some coffee?
One of our cashiers on
Okay.
the older spectrum starts with a K.
Okay.
She also said something similar.
To you?
I was buying.
Really?
I went through her line on my break, and I bought the spicy popcorn chicken.
Oh.
And she went,
Oh,
"Oh."
popcorn chicken. Well, I can't eat those anymore.
She said,
Too much.
She said, "Oh, you like the hot and spicy." Well, that makes sense because you're hot and spicy.
Oh, damn.
I was like, "Oh,
Now, how old is she? Age, kind of range?
I mean,
Over
decent,
40?
yeah.
Over 40, okay.
Well, I would say over 50.
Hey, man. Listen, older girls need love, too. Older women need,
yeah.
and I heard they're even...
I mean, I'll take the flattery.
I mean,
that's
I'm
all.
married to a 50-year-old, but my wife doesn't look 50. My wife looks like she's in her 40s. And everybody's like, are you 50? She's like, yup. She goes, you don't look it. Because my wife has good genes. So,
I mean, if we get far enough to tell a story about Girl 3...
we'll get there. Don't worry. We'll get there. Polygamy talk is coming soon. Fact.
I just want to have people like that talking to me. It's real easy to not pay attention to all these other people.
Well, yeah,
talking to me.
considering what he's dealing with, Mr. Polygamy Man over here. All right, so we're going to take a quick break, and then I really want to get into this conversation because we haven't talked in a minute, and then we'll talk a little more about his adventures in polygamy. We'll be right back. All right. Let's take a couple of seconds, and I'll rejoin. 17:20. All right, ready? All right, we're back. All right, so enough about the retail. We don't care about that. The reason I'm recording, and I like doing these episodes because this guy right here, he is the man in polygamy, the relationship, and those of you who have never heard of polygamy, you know what we're talking about, or no, I'm not saying polygamy. What am I saying polygamy? You gotta correct me.
Polyamory.
Polyamory. What? And please explain to anyone who's never heard of this term. What is polyamory?
That it's openly accepted to have multiple partners.
Now, how is that different from polygamy?
Sometimes polygamy is just open sex versus open relationship, like having more relationships and.
Not the same thing.
No.
Okay. No, because I kind of understand it, but I always thought like polygamy was like if you're like with someone, you have multiple. Like if you're married, you can have multiple partners. And polyamory is kind of like
polygamy is usually
it's
more
open,
like
but
polygamy is usually more like swingers and
so they just go out and just do whatever. But it's
Yeah.
just not really serious. Like
not like necessarily.
But the relationship side is not as serious. It's not a priority.
On a
Polyamory.
spectrum, you don't even have to really. It's all interchangeable in itself in its own way. Polyamory does usually mean having feelings or
So it's
actual
more
relationships, like
right.
more girlfriends versus just more hookup friends.
Okay, so then polyamory is more like the serious relationships. Now you have multiple partners, but the relationships are more serious. Not just like, hey, I'm just going out and.
I mean, there's different types too. Some people call it like
levels.
Yeah. There's
okay.
It started off as people saying polygamy, and then it's evolved into just different stuff.
Okay, like so it's kind of branched off
like
into
a general term. People will just say it's ethical non-monogamy because it's
ethical non-monogamy.
Yeah, non-monogamy that is accepted. Like everybody knows, they're respected.
Like you already know. Like, hey, this is what's happening.
These are the rules. Yeah, it's within boundaries.
It's not cheating. It's not
monogamy. What's it called?
You're not hiding anything.
Yeah.
Did you say
Everybody does it
monogamy?
differently.
Dre, just to let you know, we haven't heard any of your conversations. I'm pretty sure you've been hearing us, but like just now, we now heard you. So I don't know if it's your connection.
Yeah. No, I had it on mute and I was just listening.
Okay.
What I was saying, is it called fuckonogamy? Asking for it.
It's a lot of Patriot.
The thing with, I mean, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, it happens.
Other people are probably. I mean, I hear so many cliches and things like that it is like an eye rolling, like.
Oh yeah, you're just sleeping around, right? Let's just call it what it is. I'm sleeping with different partners.
You know how many times I've had people literally ask me like, "Oh, so you're just like cheating, but it's okay. It's just like open cheating."
Open
cheating,
right?
It's not cheating.
You're not cheating
at all.
because they understand what they're getting into.
Gotcha. Yeah. Nah, if everybody's cool with it, then it's not. It's just open. It's open. It's just like
70s.
right. It's like going to the dog park, right? And just sniffing everybody's ass.
Yeah. It's what people are capable of if they can overcome jealousy.
There you go. Yeah.
Which most people.
I think. I think I could succeed in this type of
you could
arena.
But Dre,
Because I'm not a jealous person.
You were in that arena back in the day.
Oh yeah.
We all were in that arena.
Once people learn that like jealousy is basically just the toxic form of envy, it does make it easier to conquer that. Like, are you really that mad that someone else is getting this, or are you that mad you're not the one getting this?
Correct.
Like, in the moment. But when you have your own other options and everybody's cool with it, it is like a bigger, easier form of love, I think.
Okay. If you can handle it, I could. All right. So tell us about. I don't know if you want to rank it from like. I'll leave it to you. So Patriot, what's going on? How many you got now? Fill us in.
I'm only dating one person.
Dating one, but you got stories.
I have stories.
All right, so let's go back to the more earlier ones. Like I know.
Well, we'll do this chronological.
Yeah, let's go chronological. So we're talking. How far back are we going?
I mean, last time we did one of these, I was talking to one person
right.
that wanted me to be monogamous, if that's the direction it went.
And
we hung out like 8-9 months, and then she immediately dropped me for someone else. On like a sudden stop out of nowhere.
Now you didn't see this coming?
No. I mean, I had.
Was it somebody that like? Did you all hang out?
No.
So this was somebody separate from.
I don't want to go into why, but I met them.
Okay.
And immediately knew, this is gonna go bad.
So you saw it and was like,
yeah. And then I had the whole like, no, that's definitely not gonna happen.
And then it happened.
About 2 weeks later, we should have this talk.
Nick Saban. They did the Nick Saban.
She actually was like, I'm not gonna
be the Alabama head coach.
She was like, I'm just gonna kind of see both of you. And I was like, well, as someone who does polyamory and stuff.
But was she down with the polyamory?
She always said she wasn't.
But she wasn't
until she found two. But that
you one of the two?
Yeah.
Okay, and then the other one, was that the one that she was serious with?
Yeah, and then
she dropped you. You dropped her.
After I agreed to be like, okay, that's fine. She didn't expect me to, and then kind of confessed that she had been seeing him for like a month.
Without you knowing?
Yeah.
and that's kind of not good.
I mean,
right? I mean, that's not ideal.
We were not an official couple, so I didn't take it to heart because I also.
Did you have relations?
Yeah,
you did have relations.
Well, her and I didn't have sex, but we fooled around. But I had someone else that I did hook up with.
And she
just
didn't
like
know.
a friends with benefits. No, I told her.
And she was okay.
Yeah, she just told me she wasn't seeing anyone.
But she was. Jesus, see, there's a lot of gray area in this.
Yeah,
Right. It's about being honest. It's about being honest.
Yeah, I said, here's the thing with that. Like, if you had just said, I want to see this guy, I would have been cool with it. But you lied, and that sucks.
Exactly.
And I was like, but I get that you're a monogamist, so you're terrible at this. That's why you just kind of essentially cheated. I mean, we weren't dating, so.
Yeah, it wasn't official,
but it was like you frowned upon. Like,
right. She couldn't be. She couldn't be real about it. Be like, yo, what's this is I found somebody, whatever the fuck.
It gets worse.
Yeah, it gets worse.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
all right. So
about 2 weeks after that, we had plans, and she had plans with him the next day, which is fine. But she basically was like, "Oh, I had a bad day. I'm going to come late to our plans." And these are plans that I had made and tried to do and redone with a childhood friend of mine. So it was like meeting someone big in my life.
Mm.
And yeah, she was like, "I'm going to come at 10 o'clock instead of 8 o'clock." And then I basically was like, "I don't really like that." And then she was like, "I'm going to do it anyway." And then when she got there, she was 45 minutes late. And I was like, "What were you doing?" She was with the dude. They had their first.
And she told you?
Yeah. She told me that they had their first like official time together, like on a date.
Why don't you just cancel? Just say, "Hey, we'll do it another time." Something came up.
Right. I said, here's again the thing with that.
Like, it just creates too much.
You're being so dishonest and shady about how you did everything. Because like you probably knew you had these plans when you first delayed half a day ago. At the beginning of this, like we didn't need to do all this. So that's when I was like, that all rubbed me the wrong way. I'm out.
So that was it.
Yep, that's been done since.
Okay, so you don't talk to her anymore at all?
Oh, I have to see both all the time.
No.
It's inconvenient, but I mean, because I don't really ever get jealous.
Well, you were never an official with her anyway.
Yeah,
so
it makes it easy. But I'm like,
that's life,
the friendship got murdered because of it too, though.
With her?
Essentially.
Wow.
Because like again, you just keep lying to my face. Like I don't want to be close to you.
Imagine if you were
it's about being honest and being truthful.
If we had been official, I wouldn't talk to her anymore. But again, she didn't necessarily break the rules. She was just really disrespectful to me. So I'm like, all right, now it's just a really restrained relationship.
Don't hate the player, hate the game. That's what I was told a long time ago by someone very special to me. But hey, fine, play the game. Play the game. Sometimes you got to get off. You got to stop playing though. But, all right, so that one's gone. Boom, whatever. Now, okay, what's the next one?
Right, it's like rules. It's like rules to the shit. You know what I mean?
There's definitely rules, but like people's feelings, like, and if you're not with them, like at least just tell them what's going on, especially if you're in a situation like that.
Yeah.
Well, it's a lot of maturity. Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I was gonna say just a maturity has a lot to do with it being the honesty and all that.
And what's this girl's age?
That's the thing of it is she's in her she's 27, so
I mean,
old enough to know better.
I'm sorry.
Young enough to still be dumb and make mistakes.
I'm sorry. 18, 19, 20, I could see being, but you're in 27. You're out of college. You're starting to figure shit out. Like, come on, man.
People in their 20s lie all the time. Don't worry about it.
Trust me, people in their 40s and 50s lie. Yeah, people in their 80s lie.
Some people never stop.
Some people will always, liar's gonna be a liar. All right, so what's the next one?
After that crashed and burned, I decided to go into actual dating again.
So, like, you left polyamory?
I mean, I wasn't really using the apps.
You weren't active.
Because she kept saying if she were to date, she would wanted monogamy. The only one other person I was seeing was like a friend with benefits that I was kept it light and casual with. Yeah, I knew that was just all it was. What you were,
and she was okay with that.
Yeah.
Now, did she have anyone?
Now that one's monogamous now with someone, but we're still friends.
But not with benefits because she has to cut it off.
Benefits are gone. But he has said that someday, like once their relationship's more established, he'd be fine with her doing that. Oh man,
see, there's this more established. Anyways, yeah.
So on to the ones I am dating. So I decided to date, and one of my other friends with benefits that I kind of almost dated had reached out to me a couple months prior, and I just kind of blew her off because she was crazy. We've talked about it on your podcast. This is the one that put the rock under my pillow to try to make me like her.
A rock? I don't remember that.
We talked about it for sure.
I gotta go back. A rock under the pillow. Okay.
She used to work here. She worked up front. She was blonde. She was a lesbianist, and then switched when she got out of an engagement to a woman. She came after me.
Really?
Yeah.
You sure we recorded this episode? Because I think we need to record it again.
Well,
I need to talk about. Okay, but so.
Do you remember who I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Started with a K.
K.
I'll just show you.
Yeah, just show me, please. Yeah, you gotta understand. I'm getting over my older days, and Dre, you can attest to this, man. We be forgetting shit.
Oh yeah, you know, once you pass 40, dog, your fucking memory, bro.
Get the fish oil,
No,
guys. Get the
sometimes,
fucking.
yeah, sometimes the coolest shit is when you're with your friends and they come up with a story that you totally
Yeah.
forgot. You're like, what?
Yeah.
Oh, and then you start remembering bits of it. You're like, yes, and we were
Oh
in the
yeah.
car.
Right.
I'm like, how
But
the
here's
fuck
the
you
thing.
remember all the details? Like the other person will remember all the details.
Everything.
Yeah, I'm like, how?
I don't remember her last name. I can't find her.
Oh my god. Well, I'm sure he told it. I'm sure I got plenty of episodes with this guy, but yeah. But no, but then sometimes it's good that you forget shit because there's some things you don't want to remember.
Well,
so
it ended poorly.
So that one ended poorly.
Exactly.
Because she kept lying about what she was after the whole time.
Another one. You see, it's just honesty, man.
She in the beginning
can't be honest.
In the beginning, she was like, "Hey, I like you. I might want to date." And then she was like, "I don't want to date anyone because I just got out of the engagement, but I just want to have a bunch of sex." And then
okay, hey.
And then she was like, "Hey,
That's why I'm so like envy of this guy. I'm sorry. I'm like, damn, but I just can't handle the emotional part of that. That would be a problem for me.
There's kind of a reoccurring pattern that I have friends, who are a witness to this a lot, where everybody's like hesitant on whether or not they're gonna like me. Like they usually are like on the fence about it, and then once sex is introduced, they're obsessed with me.
Jesus,
like put rocks under my
Jay.
pillow.
All right, Jay. I mean, Patriot. We're talking. Somebody's conking their own horn, tooting their own horn.
I mean,
he takes care of business. That's what he's saying, Dre. He takes care of the business. He takes care of it.
There's just lots of
I mean, that's what you're supposed to do, though.
Friday episode.
There's just lots of times this happens.
Okay.
That's the thing.
He knows what he's doing.
The one I was talking about before, we never had sex.
Yeah, but
see,
if you had taken it to that next level, she probably would have dropped the other one, and
Do you remember the one
so many? I remember the one. I'm like, shit. How many are we talking?
Remember the one that was in the relationship that asked the boyfriend?
Yes, that one I remember. Of course. She used to work here.
Correct.
Yes,
that one. Amanda, who used to work here, she was like, if you just have sex with her, she'll probably date you. And I was like,
oh, the Amanda, the one right here.
The one that used to, yeah.
The one with the yeah, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, she was like, if you just hooked up with her, that would probably make her fall in love with you. And I was like, I can't
he's got
use
the magic
it like
stick.
a weapon.
He's got the magic stick, Dre. He's got the magic stick.
So no, I've never,
Yeah, you should.
Very nice.
When I'm really into someone, I'm kind of like, I'd like to make sure you're more emotionally invested before we hook up. No reason, because it's kind of backfiring on me because they get manipulative for that.
So you got to do it the other way.
Like they realize some way along the way, like we're incompatible for reasons, but I want to keep having sex with them.
Yeah, well, because you're doing something right, but you gotta get them both. You gotta get them emotionally attached, and then get them sexually attached, and then now you're in. But it seems like you can't get one or the other together. You gotta marry them together.
Yeah, I'm having trouble getting that.
You gotta get that together. All right, so that one. So she came back on the picture.
Well, she had reached out a couple months prior, but I ignored it because she was bad news. But I was like, fuck it. I'm on the prowl again, so I'll take her out. Yeah. And I did want to apologize for how I left it off on my end because I was a little rude to her because I was just so tired of some stuff. Like just all the back and forth with like hearing people talk about it from work, saying that I'm like super into her and blah blah blah, and like I'm like, no, it's her doing the weird things to me.
But you know how it is at work, man. People talk, and there's all kinds of
I had
shit
a
going on.
customer come up and tell me that they overheard her talking about me.
Damn.
A customer.
Man, that's how it is in the Walmart. You know, people talk, and even customers get in on fucking conversations. It's crazy how they get
I
into it.
heard.
He just
I
he just
heard.
he just knew her and I were seeing each other, and he happened to overhear her talking to someone else about how I was like obsessed with her and like being too complimentive and stuff like that. Just because I said stuff like I was excited to hang out again, and I was like, okay, if you don't want me to like you, that's fine. I won't like you. But then she got upset that I didn't like her.
So you tried to like fix things with her, and then what happened?
I basically told her I didn't think we were compatible as romantic partners, and she said, okay, let's just keep hooking up.
So just keep.
And then she kept doing all the weird stuff, like putting rocks under my pillow.
I don't get the whole rock under your pillow. I mean,
Well, that's
That was
magic shit,
making me
man.
all numb.
That's magic.
Yeah.
okay,
It's
Dre knows
witchcraft.
about rocks.
I asked her
Yes,
because I
it's about
literally held my
attraction.
pillow.
Yeah.
You know rocks?
Yes, sir.
You know, yeah, he knows rocks. Dre, tell him.
Yeah. Well,
Do you know what?
crystals. Yeah, there's different kind of rocks that some things protect you, some things attract different things.
Yeah.
You know, like the rose quartz. It's for love. You know.
Is that
So
what you had under your pillow?
I
Was it
don't
a
know.
rose quartz?
I
Was it
didn't ask
red?
at the time. I'm colorblind.
Did you see it? Oh. Yeah, well, that's a problem. You can't see the color.
No, I don't identify
Did it look like
colors
a?
well.
Did it look like a?
It was round.
Did it look like it was?
yeah, it don't matter the shape. Well, it does matter the shape, but it's the what kind. You know, is what's.
Yeah. Well, I literally picked it up and was like, because it was under my pillow.
And when you grabbed it, did you
and
feel anything?
I went under my pillow. I felt something. I picked it up. It was a rock. I stared
Was
at it.
she there at the time?
Yes.
Okay.
And I was like, did you put this under my pillow? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, is this
A love pillow.
meant to make me fall in love with you?
A love
And she
rock?
said, yeah.
Oh my god.
And I was like, don't do that because...
You telling me that's all I had to do, man, back in the day? Shit, give me a love rock.
I said,
Find me a
here's
love
the
rock,
thing.
damn it.
I said, if this had worked... If this had worked,
If
that
I
would
had
have been
only known.
manipulation. That would have been
Right.
terrible.
If I had only known there were love rocks out there back in the day, I could have, man. Oh, that's another episode for another day. But anyways,
So yeah,
fucking love rocks.
I
Love sucks.
I took her out to dinner. We smoked in my car and stuff.
Okay.
I bought her food. We hung out. I tried to. It's been 3 years at this point, so I tried to see if she was different. I did not sense that at all. I hated the whole experience.
So you tried again, thinking, okay, maybe she's come around. Maybe
Yeah.
she's and no, right? It's
No.
still the same old.
Yeah.
You're going down that same.
Yeah,
like,
I sensed everything that was incompatible
Before.
pretty quick in like rapid succession too. Like, wow, she's hitting all the things I hated. Yep.
So you're like, I can't wait to get the fuck out of here. Let's.
So yeah, we left, but we went on a walk, and we smoked more, and she had like a little joint, and I smoked her. Like we smoked my stuff the first time.
You gotta
Now-
be careful what she's putting in her stuff.
That's where this story goes.
Now it gets good. All right.
So I smoked her stuff with her, and I got high I have not quite experienced before. Like I was high.
That
as
shit was
hell.
laced.
I was like, what the? And I even told her, I'm like, I feel different. Like,
And
weird,
what did she say?
And dumb. And she was like, oh, I just got this exotic stuff. Like,
Yeah.
it's strong.
It's the love weed.
But I did.
You got the love
As
weed.
soon as it hit me, though, I was like, all right, I need to get this out. And I told my apology. And she did it all like, she was too high, I think. It just went over her head. Like, but she apologized for stuff, which was nice. But she was like kind of incoherent with what she was saying because this fucking weed that we smoked was insane.
What was it called? Did you have a name of it? Did
No,
she give it?
she just had like a little handmade joint. So I don't know anything about what was in there.
I don't know. You guys in this shit. I would. No. Give me alcohol, and that's about it.
But she pulled out another one, and we smoked it. And then she started getting real heavily like, so what are you doing tonight? Like, wanting to hook up.
So since we're
And
both
I was like,
high,
well, I'm
and
actually
we're
going to
here,
this video game tournament. And then she's like, well, what are you doing after that?
Guess I'm coming back here.
that I was like, I have to be up in the morning. I gotta go to bed.
Oh, shut
I
it
didn't do it.
down.
I'm
Hey, I've turned it down too. It's all
Yeah.
good.
I just
Sometimes
knew
you
that
gotta
was a
do it.
bad idea.
Yeah,
and
you just at
and
some
she
point.
is, she is attractive, and she is probably one of my favorite sexual partners I've ever had, because we have.
But she don't work here anymore.
No.
Okay.
All the same kinky stuff though.
Jesus.
Yeah, my kinks, her kinks. So I was like,
But
So,
you just don't.
I couldn't
the
get through the
relationship.
dinner conversation
Yeah.
without going crazy, like so
Yeah.
frustrated. So I was just
And
like,
just
no.
things that she's doing or things
Like
that
I
she's
don't want to.
saying.
It's even though the sex is great, it's not. I get so frustrated.
You're
at
right,
the
but that's not the
conversations.
only thing. Because
Yeah.
guess what? When you're older, I mean, the sex is still there, but it's not what it was when we were in our 20s or 30s. I mean, you want to have someone that you connect with.
Yeah.
So there's definitely something to that. And, people talk about, oh, the sex is sex. Yeah, sex is great. But what about when you're fucking both old and now it's just the conversations and the love? I mean, sex is part of it. I would like
to find an actual, like, primary partner.
Right.
But it is hard to find those kind of people who are open to what I'm into.
Yeah, and that's the problem. That's a very, like I said, it's an interesting.
It's a niche community.
Definitely. And it's not this area, I'll tell you that much.
It's not this area is my main problem. Here's the thing. I went to Orlando. I went to Orlando.
So how's Orlando?
And I searched the apps there, and holy shit, so many more better options.
Yeah, well, shit, it's college life. It's Disney. It's Universal. These people are just like so creative and out there. Of course, they're gonna be fucking all over the place.
Every now and again, I get matches, but with people in Orlando, and they usually do the short-term thing with me. Kind of long distance, but even the ones
not effective.
Yeah, even the ones that are like, yeah, I'll try this. They just once they find 3 local people, it's
they're
like
done.
They're done.
Yeah, they're like, I'm not gonna go down there. You got to move to Orlando. Bro.
And there's just some That's been the goal for years.
Yeah.
But I would
love to go. I would love to go to Orlando. My wife
Breaking this wrist ruined everything for me.
Oh well.
I have spent so much cost. That spiral.
So
American healthcare.
We won't go there. So all right. So that one, no. So was there one after that, or are we at
the next one's quick and also crazy.
Now, where's the one that was the Israeli one? You said you met
That's
one.
Number 3.
We're not there yet.
No.
Okay, she's beautiful, by the way. I just. But anyways, all right, go ahead.
Number 2 is a Kava girl that kind of stalked me. Added me on Facebook forever ago. I had no idea who she was. Pieced together she knew the Kava people. And eventually, she started liking my posts and commenting and stuff. So I liked.
So she's one of those that everything you post she likes, right?
Not everyone.
Like, you always get that
Usually
one that likes
anything
everything.
referencing something like nerdy, like anime, then she would like that stuff. But other, my political stuff, no.
Oh, you post political stuff?
Every now and again.
Oh, God. Nope. Not doing it.
I don't write it. I just share memes.
Yeah. No, I don't even do that anymore. Fuck that.
The ones that make me actually laugh.
Yeah.
Sometimes when it's...
it's sad. Yeah, we won't go down that rabbit hole.
But anyway, so again, in my phase of fuck it, I'm dating people, I was like, all right, person...
Fuck it. Let's try it out. Let's take a test drive.
Yeah, I literally don't know who it is.
So you didn't. So she followed you on Facebook, but you don't know how she found you.
Correct.
So you saw a friend invite. You're like, who the fuck is this? And you just accepted it?
No, I looked and saw she knew all the same people. I was like, it must be someone from there.
Got you. Yeah, because you see that. Like I get invites all the time, and a lot of times people from here at the big Walmart, and it's like, fuck it, I'll friend you, even though I don't fucking really know you, but sure, whatever.
So she had posted something about wanting anime recommendations. So I messaged her about anime recommendations
on Facebook.
Yeah, and I was like, which Kappa place do I know you from? Where? And then she explained I go to the Flow Nights at one of the places, and she is in a wheelchair.
What?
So she doesn't go out to where I am.
She's in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's why she's never out in the little area. She just has seen me from there. So that's how we knew each other.
And now, were you initially hearing that? How did you feel about that?
It's like, well, I mean, she just thought I was cute and added me. That's not that bad.
Right. But you're not planning. It wasn't like, oh, let's.
But
go
I was like, in my head, as far as trying to date, I'm like, she probably needs someone with way more money than I do if she's got that as an issue.
Did you ever find out why she's in a wheelchair?
I believe she got hit by a car.
Oh shit! And she's never gonna be able to walk again?
No.
Really?
Correct.
Oh fuck that! That sucks. Wow. So she's got money then, right? I would think, right? If you get
I
hit
don't
by a
know.
car,
I
there's
don't
the
know.
settlement. You never got that far with her?
No, I don't know.
But so she was.
We didn't talk much. We talked about anime and some nerdy
But
things.
that was it.
And I was like, all right, I'll like try to look for you when I go there.
Did you get to see her?
Yeah. We hung out, small talked a bit. I mean, she's nice.
Was she pretty? Other than the. Okay, so.
All right.
All right, so then.
I'm demisexual, so I have to like someone as a human to
No,
really
of
find them
course.
attractive. That's
Okay.
kind of my vibe.
So she is definitely.
But just I could tell I wasn't gonna like her
No.
much as a person, like super great. So it's hard for me to.
So you did enlighten her and talk to her for a little bit. That was it. That's where it ended.
No.
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 Okay.
She wanted to make plans or something, and I know.
Does she drive?
No.
So how'd she get around?
Well, that's where this part comes in.
Oh my god.
This is where the story goes. She said she couldn't hang out one of the times before that time because she couldn't get a ride. And then it turns out she explained to me that she's having trouble getting to these places lately and had been lying about having a job at the kava place, and that's why she could only go to that kava place to meet, because she had to tell her parents and like other like siblings that were giving her a ride that she was working there.
But she wasn't. She
No.
was just there hanging out.
Yeah. So
And
that's why that was the only place she would ever try to meet. So I was like, oh, so you lied about having a job. I'm like, and she was kind of like proud as she explained it.
Yeah, that's right. I lied about it, and here I am.
You gotta do what? And I like joked around like you gotta do what you gotta do, but I'm like, well, I'm taking that as this is a giant red flag.
So she's living home. She's living
like
at
if
home.
you're gonna lie to your family about stuff like that, you're gonna lie to me about stuff.
So she's living at home.
I don't know, probably.
Yeah. So anything come out of that?
No, that was it. That was number 2.
Okay, so that was
done.
it. Boom. Now, do you still see her out there when you go?
I haven't gone back.
So that's not a place you frequent?
No, it's there's too many. I live right next to one now because I moved in with that couple that I almost dated the girl of.
But I thought you were living with your uncle.
No, he kicked me out 3 months ago.
Oh shit, Jesus! I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I thought that was a pretty good deal.
No, it was. His mom just wasn't doing well, and he wanted her to live there. So now she lives there.
So you're now living with
those people.
The one that. And where's that at?
In Stewart.
Okay. And they're not like about it anymore. They're not. No.
They're still about it. I'm still just off limits. But she said that her feelings are gone romantically.
Gone.
Yeah, because of all the she had to keep talking to him about me over and over, and it just made him uncomfortable because he.
But wasn't he eventually came around?
No.
Oh, he never came around.
No.
But they allowed you to stay there.
Yeah, they are like my best friends.
Okay.
So we hang out all the time.
But there's just friends, and then it's just like a normal.
He's looking for partners. She's looking for partners.
But you guys are not
allowed to be one. But she wants to potentially do something like cuddle friendship type deal. But
cuddle
watching
friendship.
A movie.
Cuddle turns into cuddling something else.
No, she's been pretty straightforward about her feelings, and I haven't sensed any kind of like romantic nature from her since our last talk about it.
Were these the ones that the girl that he lived on the West Coast and moved down here, and that's the one?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I remember that one. Okay, so now
I mean, if her feelings change back to romantic, sweet deal.
Listen,
I would go along with that.
You're there.
But I don't
living
think
in the place.
I don't think even if she did that he would be okay with it, because again he considers me the only other person who's been around as long as him.
Yeah, no,
that's why it's uncomfortable.
That's uncomfortable. All right, so we're on number. Is
3.
that the one? I saw. All right, yes. Now, what's going on with this girl now? Okay, I know why you met her. Where did you meet her?
I did a pole dancing class.
A pole dancing class. I would love to see girls in a pole because I go to strip clubs from time to time, but I'm not going to a pole dancing class. Why did you go to a pole dancing class?
Because the girl that I'm living with now saw a thing for it and was like, hey, you want to go pole dancing with me? So we did.
Because her man won't go with her.
No, he wanted to go too. He just had work, I think.
So you went.
I went, another friend went, and then we saw this girl there too.
Okay, so you're there and you see this girl.
And the thing with me is I'm demisexual, so I'm usually...
What is demisexual? I've never heard that before.
I don't usually feel attracted to someone unless I like them as a person.
So they could be like, they could be super hot, and you were,
I'm like, man, like whenever the guys in the
because
store,
they could be a fucking,
yeah,
you know.
whenever the guys in the store are like, oh, you gotta go down aisle 7 and see the super
you're
hot
not like,
chick.
when me
I don't
and
usually go.
former grocery manager was always like, yo, did you see the one on,
Yeah.
did you see the one on the produce?
Exactly.
Holy shit, you see that? I'll fucking tear it up.
Yeah, I don't do that stuff.
I got you.
Because I can see it and go, ooh, that would probably be fun to play with, and that's about as far as I feel towards it. I'm never gonna be like, ooh, I'm never.
Yeah, you're not like
But
us, like us horn dogs.
The more I assume I'm going to like them, the more I'll be excited about it.
I got you.
Like if they're wearing like anime shirts or video game
You're more like,
stuff.
oh my god, look at wow, okay.
You remember Sparkles? He used to say,
Sparkles.
Shit,
he's gone now.
Yeah,
Mikey.
Rip.
Love you, buddy.
With Sparkles, he used to say, like, they made a joke about it once because everybody went to go see this woman. And
book club.
Yeah. They went to go. They all ran out, and I didn't go out. And then when they came back, they're like, "Why didn't you go out?" And Sparkles was like, "Oh, he doesn't care unless it's someone like super anime looking."
If it had an anime shirt on, then you would have went like, "Oh."
He was like the girl on aisle 2 right now, and I was like, I looked at him funny. I was like, "There's an anime girl on aisle 2," and he's like, "Oh, she's like total weeb." And I was like,
Where?
"Are you fucking with me?" He's like, "No, go out there." And sure enough, she had like giant, colored, full anime hair.
Now that one, you were like,
I was like, "No, that person I was into."
Now you piqued my interest.
Yeah.
All right, so you got pole dancing class,
but
and you see this girl.
This one, I was like, that is the hottest person I've ever seen.
Yes, and I've seen pictures. She is very beautiful, and she's Israeli.
I was like, I get this is what people experience all the time when they're just like, dang.
And they're pole dancing, so they're wearing clothes that are
flexible.
right.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
I have a video of the pole dancing.
Yeah, well, I don't know if that's gonna. I mean, we can see it. I don't know if you guys see it and they'll hear it, but and I don't know if you guys know. Fun fact: Wonder Woman is Israeli. Gal Gadot, she's actually Israeli. So I'm hearing that. I'm like, oh, this girl's like Gal Gadot, and she's pretty damn cute.
You can see her in the background right there.
I'm like, I don't want to see you pole. Is that you?
Yeah.
Oh my god! I see a video. We're watching a video of Jason pole dancing, and I'm definitely the opposite of aroused here. No offense.
No, just
Jason.
watch the corner over there.
I'm trying. Yeah. Okay.
See?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That's
right.
it. My friend's
wow.
camera work right there.
Yes, nice. And it shows her kneeling over on her knees, and you can see her backside, and it's very nice.
Yeah, she's...
Yeah.
Again, very nice.
Yes, so Jason. Yeah.
So I really hoped
don't quit your day job.
I really hoped that was gonna go somewhere. I mean, we're gonna we hung out a couple times.
But she's not into.
I tried to get her a job here.
Oh, that would have been amazing.
And Pete was all for it.
Oh, of course. Well, I mean, as soon as she walked through the door.
But the big boss didn't.
Well, yeah.
I don't know why. I never found out why.
I'm wondering what.
I think the tattoos. I don't know.
Please, we got fucking managers that got tattoos all over their body. But anyway,
when we hung out, she just has the cutest little personality on her too.
And that's
I could
good
tell,
too.
Like, I don't know why, but I could tell she was like nervous in like a good way because she was just like running around doing 100 things.
But did she know about what you were into, or you never brought? So she was one of those where like, I am not gonna go there with this one.
It's really hard for me to live anywhere else, so I'm stuck in this area. So I'm open to monogamy.
If it presents itself.
If I find something organic that I like.
If it presents itself.
So yeah, we did hang out a couple times. Had a lot of fun both those times, but I don't have anything in common with her because culturally we were just very different in that way.
So she's not an anime.
No.
She's in the game, not in the game.
No.
Okay, so what does she like?
Not even like the same. I mean, some music.
What does she like to do?
She's just very active. She was a gymnast and stuff like that.
So she's into like sports.
She literally goes
to shape.
She goes to the gym itself every day for an hour.
What does she do for work?
1 to 2 hours. She didn't have a job. She was trying to get a job at our store. She wanted to do stocking because she wanted to do labor.
Oh my God. Oh, since we lost.
I just wanted to see.
Since we lost Patty, there's nothing to look at. I mean, I gotta look at this guy some days. It's like long hair. That's about it. That's all he's got going for.
Yeah.
Damn.
I was like, I just want to watch everybody go crazy.
I mean, they just hired someone in LV. This girl left. It's only part time. They could have hired her to work LV.
But a lot of my friends have been giving me a hard time because she was interested. I don't think she is now because I've been kind of blowing her off. Yeah, she texts me at 7:30 in the morning.
Why are you blowing her off?
Because I'm not interested.
So you have nothing.
If she wanted to be
gotcha.
casual, I would,
gotcha.
and we're still going to keep hanging out.
But maybe it evolves.
Maybe it evolves.
Yeah. But I understand.
Yeah, like I said, I don't think it's gonna go anywhere. So, like we're gonna keep going hiking and stuff like that.
Hiking.
But eventually,
where would you hike around here? Like,
just parks and stuff.
okay.
I'm going to take her to the Oxbow Trail.
Where's that?
In Fort Pierce.
Okay. Yeah.
It's a big one.
I used to go to Dickinson. Excuse me.
I'm gonna do it with my friend group with her. And
just hang out.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, sometimes these kind of things evolve.
Yeah, if she keeps gluing to me, then cool. But
so you feel like she's interested in you? She
was. We talked less over time.
But you keep blowing her off.
I mean, we were texting. It's just boring texting.
I was like, hey, what are you doing? No, what are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you going to do later? I don't know.
Yeah, pretty much. I asked her a couple questions and stuff. I tried to get to know her. So you try
to get her know her, and from what you're feeling, it's just like, nah.
I don't get much energy from that, but the hanging out, yeah, she's very, like, locked in the whole time.
So you enjoy her company, you just don't enjoy the conversation.
I mean, not everybody's texting, and her first language isn't English.
Yeah, she's Israeli.
So that's why I'm not against it, but we just,
was she in the military? Because I heard Israelis have to be, the women, everyone has to serve in the military for at least 2 or 3 years.
No, I don't think so.
How old is she? Next time we talk to her, ask her that.
Okay.
Say, hey, do you still have to serve in the Israeli military? Because I heard if you're an Israeli citizen, you have to serve for at least a couple of years in the reserves before you. Yeah, I heard something like that. Because when I was in college, I was, in a class with an Israeli, and she mentioned that. She was like, oh yeah, I was in the military 2 years before I got here. I'm like, oh shit. Okay. Yep. So is there another one?
Yeah.
All right. So we got number 4. It's 4. This guy's got 4. Look at that. 4. This
all happened in a 5-week time period, by the way.
Wow. So you're like,
yeah, I kind of actually with number 4 or number 3, I was kind of like, I'm burnt out for a bit. I'm just gonna take.
I'm gonna take a break.
I'm gonna take a little break, but then I
rest and recharge.
With number 4, it was someone that I had matched with on an app who is polyamorous.
Around here.
In Orlando.
Orlando.
Yeah, unfortunate. But
Disney.
Yeah. After we matched, we talked for about a day, and then she was like, actually, we're closing our relationship back to monogamy because of these tragic things that happened in their life, like his mother passing, one of their best friends passing.
Jesus.
Like their roommate.
Oh my God.
So we're just going to kind of take a break, and one of her previous partners had been like terrible too. So when they broke up, like it went bad.
But she was in the app, right? I mean, if she wanted to change it up, why did she just take herself out?
Well, I don't know. She was like, well, she's just know more people.
She just wanted to, like, at some point, hey, maybe at some point we'll get back into this.
Yeah, she's like, that was, but she was like,
so you went up there and met her?
No.
Oh, so you're still on the stage where?
Well, I mean, at this point in the story, no.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But we then continued talking like pen pals for like about 8 or 9 months.
Internet pals.
But it was like every 2 or 3 weeks.
This is over a long period of time.
Yeah, every 2 to 3 weeks we'd write like a letter's worth of text, like a few paragraphs, just updating on what's going on
about each other's lives,
and just views and opinions on things. Just basic stuff though. But about right around that time that number 3 ended. She had told me that they were opening things back up, but that she was kind of looking for a woman. So I was like, I know some people.
Hey.
And then about a week or 2 later of them, talking to people through apps and stuff.
So she's bisexual.
Yeah.
Oh man.
And that's why she's like, I already have like a dude. So she's like, I either want a woman or someone who's transgender, so I can kind of have both.
Oh. Okay. Yeah.
But I asked her like if before she said that, I asked her if I was an option because they were going to be dating, and she was like, "Oh no, this is what I'm looking for." So like, nah. So I was like, "All right."
Okay.
But after a couple weeks, she was like, we can make plans and hang out because we had been trying to make plans, and then they kept falling through. Like she kept bailing every time that we had made plans prior.
So.
And we had tried to make plans literally like 3 weeks prior to that.
Right.
And she bailed. So.
She had to do her hair.
Yeah. But this time, after me asking and her saying no, this time she did go.
Alright.
And
So you guys met.
the boyfriend went as well.
Okay, so it was a 3.
Yeah, we all just hung out. We
So
walked
3.
around and chit-chatted.
Okay.
And then we got lunch together for like an hour and a half. And then as she went up and went to the bathroom, he was kind of like, all right, so I'm just throwing this out there. Like, you know, I'm not, like, I can tell there's a chemistry between the two of you. So, like, I know she's going to go after you romantically. Like, that's something her and I have already talked about. Like, if she might try to do that. But, you know, she doesn't know until she spends time with someone. And I can tell you're someone she's going to want to spend time with. But he's like, but I like you too. Like, I think you're a good dude. And you're a good fit. And, like, I get you understand the dynamics of actual polyamory. Like, we talked about our relationships all the time.
And that's good, though. Well, that's good because you can't.
I've never had any of the boyfriends ever do that. Like, any of
So
the
that's good.
So, yeah.
That
so
was
he was
good.
like, I
I'm like,
approve.
shit.
So he's like, so I'm going to leave and let you guys do your thing. So we paid for the food and stuff. And then her and I went and sat in this park and, like, drew together because I do art. So we did that for about 3 hours while he just kind of did his own thing. And so it was great. Like, we got along really good.
Okay.
It was amazing. Like, she's amazing. A lot of things in common. Anime, cosplays. She does crafts and stuff.
Cute.
So she makes things for cosplay. Yeah, I'm sure.
So, where are we on that? Like,
we've hung out again.
Okay. But it's still just no relations, though. Just hanging out.
We kissed at the end of that first date.
Okay.
And then we kissed again at the end of the second date.
But we're still not... Still working on that next step.
She's coming over the... I think we're going to hang out on the 21st. I think she's going to come here.
Oh.
But it'll be without him if she does that.
So...
Maybe.
We may land the plane, as they say. Jump in the pool.
We also did a video call for like 2.5 hours.
Just talking?
Yeah, again, while I was drawing one night. And yeah, she was...
So she seems like they seem like a good fit right now.
Yeah, they both seem pretty good. He has his own little issues with stuff unrelated to me at all, but I won't go into his. Yeah, no, we don't. So I worry about their actual relationship down the line because he did something stupid in all this.
Bonehead.
Yep.
But if they're polyamorous,
no, what he did is unrelated to that.
Oh, okay.
But he did something dumb. I'm not gonna.
No.
But her and I are doing good. So it would be.
So that's the most recent one.
Yeah.
So now we're caught up on days of Patriots' lives.
Let's see if I get it.
So, all right. So like I said, we are now caught up. We're now 2025. We're February. It's been a while since I've had Patriot on. A lot of times it was a lot of us. Okay, with the green hair. Okay, how old is she?
32.
No kids.
No.
Okay. Don't want kids.
No, she does not.
That's good. So we're now caught up, and I'm sure by the time we record again, which might be in another month, the way shit's going.
I do have a couple new matches, but no stories.
See, no stories yet. Yeah. Okay.
I gotta let them go somewhere first.
So,
stay tuned.
Stay tuned for Patriot and his adventures, and I mean, man, but you're young. You're young. You're single. You're living the life. You are young, younger than me, but you can live this lifestyle, and as long as
almost 40.
Yeah, I'm almost 50, so you got fucking 10 years to go. Congratulations, you're almost 40. But yeah, man, I just keep doing your thing, man. I just
when something sticks on
But I'm telling you, the pole dancing girl, that's the one I'd be. But if you don't get along with someone, I get it.
I think we're gonna be good friends.
Yeah.
And it's not no harm in having a friend you like looking at. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I would just love to get her in the store. They need to get her fucking hired. Fucking people.
I tried.
These Walmart people.
She lived in the little community right over there, and she moved to Port St. Lucie. And now she's trying to get a job at one of those. I told her she could use me as a reference.
At one of the Walmarts over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a tough time, man. Unless you know someone.
I told her she can use me as a reference.
No, but like manager-wise. Yeah. Not that you aren't a good reference, but it's one of those things where, and like a little behind the curtain, I got two of my brothers working at Walmart, And it's because of me, because I know a bunch of managers and they put in. If they don't know who you are, trust me.
If I know the manager at the
Right.
store she
I
chooses,
think you can make it happen.
like
Yeah.
if it was
There's a new store opening up in July, so
like the one
she can go there.
The one by my new house, that store is Frank Flores. He loves me.
Mr. 305. Mr. 305. I know him. I know him very well. We were roommates for like fucking 2 years.
Yeah, so I think I could get it. The downside is the manager above him hates me because I saw her doing something shady.
Oh, that's another story.
I
Wait,
told that
we
story.
love. You did?
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. Oh, it's an hour. We got to tell. That'll be the
Low
next
battery.
episode. Yeah, that'll be the next episode. Because I love these stories. Because I have some. You guys already heard them, but man, I love these stories.
Once it's done, I'll tell you and you'll remember. Yeah. But we did talk about it.
Okay. So once again, Patriot, I want to thank you for coming on. Here he is right there. Again, look at the hair. Just show everybody your hair. Look at that. Look at that. Amazing. See, I have short hair. Nobody wants to see my long ass hair. But that's what happens when you take care of your hair. So that's why that's why he had four women within the last look at this guy. He just
I'm also just, like pretty chill good dude.
Yeah, you see how it is when you're a chill person and you just look like that, they're just gonna be So thanks again for coming out, man.
No problem. It was fun.
Yeah, and like hopefully in the future we can get a couple more people and we can trade more stories because a lot of people have them, but not like this guy. That's why I always enjoy having him on because it's just crazy, It brings me back a little bit. But
try to have an open mind.
You got to, and in this life you got to enjoy it. Be happy while you can, while we got it. Thanks for listening to the Fam 305, the Rec Room Podcast. I am Guru. This is Patriot.
Good night.
Good night. All right, so who the fuck was this?
People.
Oh, yes. With Austin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I saw them in the parking lot together.
Unbelievable.
And I was fucking just stranded there. I sat there for like 45 minutes.
Thank you for listening to this podcast. Make sure you follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at the Fam 305.